Donnellsstitchery here. How are you guys doing today? I am still working on getting everything moved around and organized. So give me just one moment. Alrighty. How is everybody doing today? So, in the chat, I only had 2 people in here so far. So I see Michelle from Michelle's Crescent Moore and Big Brother Mike. Hi! Oh my goodness gracious. Today has been crazy. How are you guys doing today? Hey, Joydy Lita. How you doing, love? So, let's see here. We got Linda, our lady, and Nikki B. How are you 2 ladies doing today? So, I know normally I do my foundation paper piece gnomes, but I figured Motown needs some loving. I mean, we only have like the top of his head and one of his ears. He's kind of missing a lot. And I've been wanting to work on this, but I kept postponing it because I'm like, it's a big project. But I decided it's time to start pulling this out and getting serious and getting this done. So, starting today, every other Wednesday, one Wednesday I'll be working on him. The next Wednesday I'll be working on a gnome. Hey, Mona. Figure that way I'm still staying within my FPP range, but I'm getting Motown taken care of as well. I see everybody's saying hello to each other. Hey, Katie Krause. How you doing, chica? So, I did go ahead and get my pieces cut out for this next block, which would be the one that goes right here. I did go ahead and get that cut out. Hey, Joe. How you doing, honey? Hey, Miss Nancy from Guess Who Nancy is in the house. And let's see, no one else new yet. So I did go ahead and get my pieces all cut out. The paper's all curled up and everything like how it's supposed to be. I do have a clip on these 2 here because I was working. I was trying to be a little proactive while waiting for a time for me to go live. And I went through and cut out the pieces for each one of my paper things. So for like letter B7A, I went ahead and cut out the pieces that I need for that. And as you can see, the white ones here, they have a pin in them. That's so that way there I can know which side was the right side up. So that way there I don't have to worry about trying to figure that out in the live stream. So for that method, I actually got A, B, and C pieces all done up and cut out and everything. All I gotta do is sew them. And then I still gotta do D and E though. But that's okay because I get it. Nice and warm outside. Mike, where you outside at, baby? I know it ain't New York. So if anybody wants to know, this is the legit lion that I'm doing, but I'm doing him on my own take. I am doing him the Detroit Lions version. And yes, I wore my Detroit Lions sweatshirt. And yes, we miserably lost during the first game of playoffs. And that's okay because overall we had a great year. Better than our normal. So I can't complain. It is what it is. Yeah, Joe, Michelle has been definitely very, very busy girl. And I've already pulled out all my fabrics that I'll need for this entire block that goes right here. So that way there, I didn't have to sit there and go fumbling through my, hey Frank, Hallie, Zaza. That way there, I don't have to go fumbling through my, through my binders to find all the fabrics whenever during a live stream. So trying to get a little bit more organized and figure out more of what works for me during my live streams. Let's see. Yes, toasty warm in the store. And your drinks, Mike. Do do do. So I might make it up as I go. Valentine quilt. Yay! Definitely post pictures with as you get through it and everything, Katie, in the group. I would love to see it, sweetheart. Mike goes, right, Nancy, in my head on the beach. Don't forget the margarita. Hey, Kathleen says, hey, Danelle, looks like a roaring good time you're getting into, girl. Yes. So far, this is what we have. We have the top of his head, and we have that cute little ear. I love how this looks, guys. I absolutely love it. And this is just me figuring out. So all I did was I took this picture here. They gave me all the color codes and placements. Took it to my laser printer, made a black and white copy so that way there I could figure out where my lights, mediums, and darks are all at. Went through my fabrics and decided, okay, this is what is, I'm going to put this fabric here, this fabric for this code. So that way there I could get it all figured out. And then I'm just putting it together. And I'm loving the definition that I'm getting from the blue, dark blues and light blues and the grays. Hey, Sylvia. Say, Kathleen says, just popping in to say howdy, y'all. But howdy, girl. See, Sylvia says, hello from my home in Alaska. Ooh, no, 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 no. That's cold. And yes, it's my Fallon ruler. I love my Fallon paper cutting ruler. This is like probably, other than my normal everyday cutting ruler, this is probably the next most common ruler I use. Not sure the beach is much warmer since they got snow, right, Michelle? Gonna have to go all the way down to the equator in order to get warm. Hey, Teresa. Good morning or evening. I'm so used to saying good morning. Oi. So I'm gonna put this underneath here for right now, and we are gonna get busy, guys. Let's see. First, before I move that out of the way, I need more tabletop space. Gonna have to have my husband build me an entire, like, all the way around desk for in here, because put that there, put that there, put this in here because I don't need my phone while I'm on the live stream. Situated here. Need my half cutting board, half ironing. We'll go ahead and get this preheating, which means now we can be able to move this over here. This over here. All right, now I'm ready. Mike, what are you making during the heat wave? Teresa says, you made the wedding ring look easy. Aw, Teresa, thank you. I tried. I was like, I had a few people asking me if I could make it. If I could, because they knew I had the template. So I had a few people asking me if I could show them how I do it. And to explain how to make the patterns and everything. I'm like, I can definitely show you. And then after I started thinking about like, ooh, I hope I can remember what I'm doing. So I actually had to sit here for like an hour yesterday before I even did the live stream. Before I even did the recording to make sure I could remember what it was I had to do. And how to go about doing that. I was like, oh my gosh. I said yes. And it's been a little bit since I did one of those. So that one that had like the 4 blocks over here that I had hanging up already, that was already put together, I had done that like a year ago, if not more. I was like, I gotta redo one of these just so I can maybe make sure I can remember what it is I was doing. So I did one of those blocks, the one I sewn it to at the end. I had to do that one and everything before I even went live and figured it out so that right there I can be able to have like a little regaining of the memory. Let's see. What did Joy Lita say? Okay, I read that. Florida got more snow than we did in the Northeast from our last storm. Oh, wow. The beach froze here last week. The sand was frozen solid. Jordy says, that's funny, isn't it, Joe? Let's see. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. Kathleen says, I didn't either, Mona. Until Zaza told me, I did not know that either. Jordy says she has a dusting of snow. Margaritas do sound good. Hey, big brother, pour me a drink, please. After the rascally of a day I've had, I need a drink. Pour me a drink, big brother. I put my two pieces together, front sides facing. Make sure I'm still lined up on everything. Yep, okay. 1/4 of an inch seam. So I know that this week's block of the week tutorial was a lot longer than what I normally do. I really don't want to have to do like 1 hour long videos, but couldn't really figure out any way around that one without showing you guys everything, because I mean it's on the curves. So, and a lot of people are scared of curves. So I'm like, I really need to show more detail on this one than what I normally would like be doing. But from all the comments I'm receiving on it, it seems like everybody really enjoyed it, and is so I'm guessing it's good that I try and made it nice and long. Let's see. We're low on snow. Well, girl, I was seeing you mine. Everybody's still having conversations about the beach and a drink. Today we fly to Turks and Caicos. See, I'm just going to go straight to the equator. And so just bring me my drink there, because I'm going to just pitch a tent right there beside the volcano. Sometimes it's better to make the longer video to get all the details. You did great. Aw, thank you, Joe. Yeah, I was like trying to give as much detail and explanation as I possibly could. And then when I got done and I seen how long it was, I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, there's really no other way of going about doing that one. Let's see. It's gotta be this way. This way is to do. Yep. Did I cut this backwards? Nope, I did not. Okay. I'm like, man, don't tell me I was trying to be a little proactive and cut it backwards. That would be my luck, though. Let's see here. Hey, Giovanna. All holiday buffets are calorie exempt. It's the law. According to Zaza. Yeah. During the holidays, I just put my blinders on. I'm like, I see no calories. I see nothing. You would need to sit right next to me to explain I'm quilting challenged. Girl, I could try and put you up on a Zoom meeting and we would walk it through step by step. I would do everything except for reach through the camera and hold your hand, because I don't think that's possible yet with this technology. Give it another decade or two. Aw, guys, I love seeing y'all putting all the hearts in here. Y'all so lovey-dovey. Lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey. So what is everybody else working on right now? Anything fun while I'm sewing and just rambling on like a wild crazy lady? Or you guys just here just for the entertainment? Because that's cool too. I have no problem if you're here just for the entertainment. Zaza says I'm hand quilting. Awesome. Okay, so I know that Giovanna says my bed, Danelle. Yes, ma'am, Miss Giovanna. I know it is late where you are, and I know that you always watch me whenever you're laying down getting ready to go to sleep. Princess, I have been lazy all day and play game. Awesome sauce. Mike says I'm arranging the plane. Jordy's relaxing. Michelle says I am relaxing after sitting at the hospital for half the afternoon. Yes, I know. How's your daughter doing, by the way? Okay, so because I was able to get this stuff cut out in advance, I got block B7A completed. Jordy, she had to take her daughter in for some tests today, so that's the reason why. Let's see, number 1 is over here. Would you get out of my way? I should have brought another table in here. I really should have. And it's too late now, and I can't even have the guys bring me a table in here because they're not home. Yes, they left me home alone, guys. Hey, Aisha, how are you doing, sweetheart? Hey, Cindy Hughes, how are you doing? Okay, number 2. See, I believe this was number 3. Yep, that's number 3. So number 2 is this one here. Look this way. Let's see, Michelle, I hope things are getting better for her. Simon and Mike, home alone and unsupervised. Uh-oh, right? My youngest one got a new computer. Well, new to him, but it's a used computer. And like a desktop computer. And because he's a YouTuber as well, he does gaming on his. And so video games and stuff. So he's actually getting really close to 1,000 subscribers. I'm so proud of him. Could not believe I made it before he did. I was like, what the hoots? And he started his channel years ago, but he didn't really get serious about it until lately. But so he started up his channel and he's doing really good with it and all. Of course, Mama Bear's got to stalk the baby bear. So I watch all of his videos. And Teresa, he plays a bunch of different video games. He does Call of Duty. He loves all the war ones. And he does there's like this one baboon one. He's done Fortnite or whatever it's called. He's done Minecraft. He's done Sonic. And he's not really like giving a tutorial or his intake or anything like that. It's just him getting on there, playing with some friends and having fun. And people love it. You would not think people will love watching you just sitting there playing games. But then again, whenever they play their video games in the front room, their computer games, I love sitting there watching my husband and sons play it. So I always have. They're like, why don't you sit here and play the game with us? I'm like, because I don't want to play it. I just want to watch you guys play it. Hey, Laura. How you doing, sweetheart? How's the back doing? I know I probably sound like a broken record asking you this every time I see your name pop up, and I'm sorry, but I'm an overprotective mama. What can I say? And I know what you're going through. So, especially the irritability of wanting to just get up and go sew and have fun. Let's see. I play Guild Wars, but haven't played in a while. Awesome. Well, if you want, I can share his link in here. Let me just stitch on this one piece here. And then I can share his link for anyone that might want to go follow him. Then you can have that option. Just be warned, he has a bit of a potty mouth. He is not monetized and he does have a potty mouth. So it's him and a bunch of people and they all have yucky mouths in there. So no, I've tried talking to him about the potty mouth and all for whenever he does become monetized and everything, or how if he gets a certain number of strikes, it can get him kicked off of YouTube completely, even without being monetized. But kids are kids. He's stubborn. Mike goes, potty mouth? Not your son. No, I have no idea where he learned that from either. I have no clue where my child would have ever picked up the foul language. Just saying. Let's see. Slowly but surely, Laura. Hang in there, Laura. Potty mouth. I'll carry with that. I'm still kicking. Well, girl, I hope. Don't be kicking. That is too much muscle usage. No kicking. You're supposed to be sit, relax. Maybe get up and moving around a little. Getting up and walking around is good. No kicking. I have a sailor mouth, Teresa says. Good. You'll get along right well with him. And if you see me in person or on a private conversation, I would be too. Mona, my son, my youngest son, my mini me. Giovanna says her son watches gamers a lot. I think you're okay as long as you're not monetized and no one complains. Definitely not from sweet and innocent you. No. Halo. Don't let me forget my horns. Okay, let me go grab his channel real quick and post a link in the chat so that way there, if anybody would like to follow him, they can. He is my baby. Let's see. Wish there was a way of pinning him right to the very top so that way there I don't have to keep searching and through my huge long list here. Oh, well, looks like he's got a Twitch and a Twitter. I don't do all that. I didn't even know all that, so. Okay, so here is my son's channel. If you guys do subscribe to him, make sure that you let him know that his mama sent you his way. His channel name is The Real Retro Cam. On the screen, when you go over to it, it'll be Retro Cam, and his real name is Cameron. So feel free to tell him that his mama sent you. Let's see. I'll admit one of my son's first words started with S and ended with T. I'm not proud, but it was what it is. Hey, definitely. You know, he was talking. That's the important part. We could always correct the language later. Just so that way there, whenever they get older, they can get corrupted again. So if I want no monetization, I can go all in. Yes, as long as no one complains. When I speak Italian, I do use bad words so long as it doesn't insult God here in Italy. You are okay. A Twitch in his Twitter. So my son is going to be 23 years old. So he is well of age. He actually turned 18 the first year of COVID and moved out. Because he doesn't like rules. He's gotten better now. But he still doesn't like rules. But then again, he is my child. And we're rule breakers. But he is my youngest. He is my 23-year-old. Well, will be 23 in March. And then my oldest will be 26 in June. But he does not have a channel. Okay, we got number B done. Let's see, I can understand you, Laura. He is a baby. Yes, yes. He's my baby. Him and Loki grew up together. So I got Loki when Cameron was roughly about, I don't know, 8 or 9. So they've actually grown up together. Like I got pictures of Cameron laying in the bed with his arm out like this right here, Loki laying right there, and then both cuddled up underneath the blanket sleeping at night. It was the cutest thing ever, guys. I swear to goodness gracious. Let's see. Mona says no one likes rules, right? No rules or homework. I declare it law. Zaza says my youngest is 23 and my oldest is 26. Seriously? Oh my gosh, Za. We're close to the same age, and our children are the same age. What's the chances of this, girl? That is so funny. Laura says, honestly, my son had a speech delay. They told me he'd never function in a regular education classroom. Well, I fought and joked on them. He currently has his doctorate degree in physical therapy. That is amazing, Laura. Congratulations. Yeah, my youngest, he said his very first word when he was like 2 years old, which was mama, of course, because mama's everything. And after that, he quit talking. He's like, nope, I'm done. And so I'm like, no, 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 no. So then we had to get him talking again. But that meant it took some work. like that. That'd be good. Put it about there. Let's see. Yeah, so he had to go through, like, he actually had to go through all 3 types of physical therapy: the speech motor, the fine motor, the gross motor, and the speech therapy. Had an IEP through school and everything because he had delayed cognitive disability for a while, as well as ADHD. And I used to get him to sit down and do homework, I used to give him a can of Mountain Dew because the high amount of caffeine in it would relax him enough so that way there he could be able to focus on work. Let's see, my son was almost 3 before he spoke. He is still a man of few words, but he's super smart. Hey, Alex, how you doing, sweetheart? How's it going? Yeah, my oldest is super quiet as well, Daw. He's always been the quiet one, but just the quiet ones you gotta watch out for. Laura says, Danelle, we have way more in common than what she knew, right? It's crazy when you start talking to people and explain things, various things and all, of how much you find out you really actually have in common. It is crazy. But I love it at the same time. Because then that gives individuals that are nowhere near each other a chance to bond over something. My son, too delayed in speech. We fought for our kids, I think. Yes. I got blamed as I taught him sign language. Oh, wow. You know, that sign language could come really in handy. I wish I would have learned sign language, but I didn't, so it is what it is. But, I mean, I remember some gestures from whenever I had to work with him because we had to do a lot of working with him from home. But it was totally worth it. Our babies are always worth it. My son's math tutor gave him an espresso. He said he didn't like it, but they got loads of maths done. Awesome. My son started to talk at 2.5 years before he started talking, and now who can shut him up? Yeah, it turns out hey, Brenda. So it turns out a lot of my youngest son's issues were the fact that his older brother was answering everything for him. So the therapist was like, well, he doesn't feel like he needs to talk because his brother does all the talking for him. Now my oldest one doesn't talk a lot. For the longest time, he was always talking in like almost like a whisper on a daily basis. And now my oldest one doesn't do a lot of talking, and my youngest one and I don't shut up. But it is what it is. I've always been a jabberjaw. Let's see. My son never stopped. As a kid, he spoke nonstop and never slept. Yup. Alice says, I'm not feeling the greatest today. Pain is out of control, and I feel like I am coming down with something. Oh no, Alex. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I'll say prayers for you. I hope you get to feeling better. I am so sorry. Laura says, I wasn't going to accept the evaluation of his son's speech path, and psychologist that evaluated him for 20 minutes once a week. Now both of my kids are fluent in ASL. That is amazing, Laura. Congratulations, hon. Alex, I am so sorry you don't feel good and that you're in so much pain. But hopefully we can bring your spirits up here. I have my son's girlfriend, his mom has recently been diagnosed with like a year or two diagnosed with MS, and she's starting to get like a lot of the balance issues from it. I don't know really what to say or do to help her with it. Because for one, we don't really see eye to eye on a lot of things, but I still am compassionate and empathy, and I don't like seeing anybody suffer. Let's see. Had to look to make sure that Quasar was still awake over here. He was super quiet today. He was squawking until I went live. Think it's because Auntie Michelle can hear him, so now he's being a good boy. Oh my God, you guys should have seen me and Quasar yesterday. It was hilarious, I've got to tell you. I came in here and I was making noises to him. He was making noises back to me of copying me. We were dancing. I would be like, do 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 do, and he'd start doing the same thing. It was so funny. Let's see. All right, Laura, that attitude has changed a lot. I think I am. Alex says, I think I am Zaza, or what they call a breakout flare up, something like that. My MS is opposite of most MS. I am worse in the winter and better in the heat. Laura goes, Giovanna almost spit out my drink. Hey, Melanie, how you doing, sweethearts? Ooh, Sylvia, I'm on my way. Hey, so Terry. How you doing, Chica? I feel like I seen you today. Didn't I already see you today? Ooh, guys, guess what? Marie's Craft Some More, or Marie's Scrappy Creations, and I had decided we're going to do a live stream together. I don't know when. I don't know any details yet. I did send her an email because I was hanging out in her chat today, doing her live stream, and she stated that she would love to do a live stream with me. So I instantly emailed this girl. So Terry, give me her email. So I emailed her and just waiting for her to have the chance to get through all of her emails to find mine. So that way there we can work out the details. I am so excited. It is going to be so much fun hanging out with Marie because I absolutely love her. She is amazing, amazing creator. I love her scrappy brain because it's something I struggle with and I'm working on this year. And Marie's atmosphere in life is just so amazing. I absolutely love it. Press this one. A little too curled up on one end. Let's see. Hey, so Terry, your pupper is so cute. I cannot wait to go look at that. Giovanna goes, yes, I am looking forward to that, Danelle. It is a day-by-day thing. I need to film, but I just don't have the energy. Well, Alex, just take your time. Do what you can when you can. And do not overexert yourself. I know from the few friends that I have spoken with that has MS, when you push too hard, you're going to pay for that. So don't push too hard, please. Laura says, yay, I'd love to see a live stream of the two of you, right? I don't know if it's going to be my channel or hers or what, but it'll be a lot of fun. Because I know a lot of her live streams that she does is during the work week, during the day, and I can't do that unless I happen to be off that day. Let's see. Thank you, everyone, for all the well wishes. There's a zoo here that the parrots all swear at everyone. It started with a couple of rescues. Now they're all doing it. Too funny. So Terry says, yes, Maria is not only creative, she is an awesome person and friend. Yes. I have spoken with her through email before. So it's just been a little bit, so I could not remember where her email was. And for whatever reason, it did not come up when I started typing it into the chat or into the thing, my email thingy. You know what I'm saying. So as I go to the zoo to just see the parrots. You know, going to the zoo, one of my favorite things to see are the butterflies. Let's see. Nikki, me too. They're hilarious. I love seeing the butterflies, the monkeys, the lemurs. I love seeing the lemurs. Lemurs are so cute. I know they're crazy animals, but they're cute. They're cute crazy. Ella says, be right back. Marie's back. I'll have to watch replay tonight. Yes, Mona. Marie at Scrappy Creations is back. She did a pop-up live today. And she looked so good, Mona. You got to go see. See, she does do some lives on Saturdays occasionally. Yes. Awesome sauce, So Terry. So Terry, can you share Marie Scrappy Creations link in here for me, please, honey? Since you're one of her moderators. Ooh, Teresa says that where her mom lives, there is a museum with butterfly house. Awesome sauce. Let's see. She's not been on for a while. No, she hasn't. She was talking about that today. She's had a lot of going on between illness and just so much stuff going on. And she started talking about the schedule she's going to be having that works best for her right now and all. So, guys, go check that out. Let's see. I have a hat on. What does that tell you about the weather? Thank you, So Terry, for sharing her link in here. Okay, we got letter C done. Now, unfortunately, we're to letter D and E, where I have not cut out the fabric yet. So they're going to be a little bit slower. But it's okay, because we're not in a rush. Because my goal is to get all of these pieces, which we only got 2 left, completely stitched up, and then put them all together in a block so I can sew it over onto this piece here. And then after that, I'll work on the other one this week, so that way there in 2 weeks when we come back to this, we can be able to work on row C. And I'll have everything pre-cut and everything in advance. Like how I did with the first 3, because that's going to go really quick. Plus it helped that they were big pieces too. Giovanna says, Mike, you and Terry have to do a challenge of grapes squeezing with your big toe. That was so hilarious. Oh my God. Terry, you are cracking me up during Marie's live today. Oh my gosh. Terry says, I don't wear a hat outside. Now I am so cold. I have one on inside. I have such a headache from the cold. I figured try a hat. Yes. Oh my gosh. You got to go back and watch the replay from Marie's channel this morning, Mike. You have to. It is in order. It was hilarious. Oh my gosh. So Terry had me rolling. It got to that point where I had to turn it off because I couldn't focus on work and what So Terry was saying. It was funny. I never wear a hat. Yeah, I don't like wearing hats either. I'll wear them if I have no other choice. Like if it's like severely bad enough where I have no where there's no option. Because I hate getting headaches even worse. Let's see. Nikki B says, I want to see that. Not anymore, Terry. Haha. Laura says, Danelle, I had to admit, it was hard for me to watch you in the beginning because of your birds. I'm terrified of birds. I was attacked by a cow when I was young, but I love your videos. Aw, I'm so sorry that they scared you, Laura. I'm glad you were able to watch now. My birdies are friendly, but I do understand that fear completely, and I'm glad that you stuck with it. I really, truly am. See, it was meant for us to meet. And one of these days, we're just going to have to actually meet because we just got way too much in common to not meet. Let's see. Oh, I'm missing some of the chat here. I will put today's live link. Awesome. Thank you, so Terry. Frank says it was great. It started out with a watermelon crusher. Yes. Yep. Started out with a woman crushing watermelons with her thighs. All I'm telling you, you're going to have to go watch the live stream to catch the rest. Hey, Tony! Tony Altman's in the house, people! Katie says insurance fraud with a bear costume and crushing watermelons, not the usual topics on a quilting life, right? It was hilarious. Oh my God, I was dying laughing. I literally had tears coming out of my eyes, guys. 5 watermelons crushed with a woman's thighs. Oh, that's Marie. Yes, I was there near the end. I think I've been subbed to her for a long time. She sounded very familiar. Yes. So Terry goes, I was attacked by squirrels. Now I became one. Mike goes, don't we all crush watermelons with our hips? Only you, baby. Giovanna, yes, we have fun in the quilting community. Zaza goes, Mike, I'm saying nothing. I'll just get in trouble. I promise I won't shake my finger at you, Zaza. Yeah, it was hilarious. I absolutely loved the stream today. It was so funny. So AU is sky blue. Let's see. Oh, not that. Nope. Scrappy pieces are not small enough, so I think we're going to go with this. Let's see. Michelle goes, question, are we really supposed to be talking quilting on a quilting channel? I thought it was food and we are not, do not get us started on it again. We are not talking about that tonight. No. Michelle. I said I wouldn't shake my finger at Zaza. You, on the other hand, ride or die. See, Danelle, I really appreciate and love your content. I keep watching because you are fun. Aw, thank you so much, honey. I am, so Tony, I am working on my Detroit Lion, or at least trying to. people keep interrupting me and distracting me, I swear. So, Tony, I am working on my Detroit lion. And this is the top of his head and his ear. And I am working on the next block that goes here. So that way, figure, I know Wednesdays is normally my foundation paper piece gnomes. But I figure, you know what? It's foundation paper piece. And this is something I do need to get taken care of because it is a whip. So I do need to take care of this and get this done up. Because this is the year of the whips. Or of resolving the whips. Hopefully. Let's see. Here's to the bloody seagulls that attack people. They are big birds. Yeah, I don't like them. Joe goes, no, are you trying to make sense again? I was trying. Y'all keep ruining it. I was trying, Joe. Tony goes, we don't interrupt. Oh my gosh, y'all are so funny. Y'all are so silly. Y'all made me laugh. Oh my goodness gracious. So Terry says, here too, Zaza. Don't open a bag of chips on the beach. You will go home with more than a sunburn. Those things are vicious. Yes, they are. Hey, Andrea. Mama J Enterprises. So, Terry, what do you mean, am I still working on that line? Yeah, still working on Motown. I squirreled into a whole new realm of stuff and everything. Forgot all about Motown, and then the Lions started doing good. And I was like, I should probably get that done. And then the Lions lost miserably. Did I seriously just do this? Oh, no. Okay. Wait a minute. Go lay down, Sophina. Go lay down, pretty girl. That pit bull out there walking around. Ooh, good thing I checked that. See, Giovanni wouldn't have drunk that either, but at least there was alcohol in it. I think you started that when you started your channel. Yeah, maybe a little bit. I got scared. I'm not gonna lie. I was overwhelmed, bit off more than I could chew, so Terry, and I put it down until I was ready to pick it back up and actually get serious with it. So I got scared. I was brand new at foundation paper paste, and I had no business picking up something this complicated and going, I'm going to do this with my own fabrics. Yep, should have never did that. That was more than I could chew, or at least at that time. Now, since I have a lot more experience with foundation paper piece, thanks to doing my gnomes, I'm a lot more confident with it. So I decided I am going to pick it up and get serious with it now. Let's see. Hey, Deb. Giggles. Giggle, giggle, giggles. How you doing, Chica? Let's see. No, they are not. We have invaded their space, and we have to realize that. So, Tony says, so Terry, quilts are a project, not a timed thing. So she's doing good. Nah, so Terry's just making sure of what I was doing. Aw, she's keeping me on track, guys. I am proud of you for coming back to it. Many would have just given up. I was tempted. Andrea, I'm not gonna lie. I was extremely tempted to putting it down and being like, Auntie Donna, I can't do this. I bit off more than I could chew. And I was like, nope, I'm gonna put it down for a while and I'm gonna come back to it, reevaluate, and then make my decision then. And that's what I did. Last year I put it down and I came back to it this year and I'm like, I feel more confident with it. We're gonna do this. Yes. Here's my girl, you ain't gonna ever lose your wrench. And no, you ain't lying. It's probably gonna be a 5-year project. Or actually, it's probably gonna be an 8-year project. We ain't gonna lie. Nikki, it will be, if put together properly, it will be 60 by 80, which means it'll get sent out for quilting because I'm not quilting it. I'll probably be sending it to, I don't know. Hey, Lana, how you doing, sweetie? Let's see. My very first quilt was a king size flannel. I didn't know I should have started with an easier project. Yeah. My very first quilt was a full size. A good quilt is a finished quilt. Yes, ma'am. You have a lot more FAP experience now. Yes. Because, hey, Dahlia. Looky, Dal. Looky, Day. Looky. It's so pretty. Hey, Cherie. How you doing? Okay, I gotta pretend to work. Dahlia's here, which means Donna's lurking. I'm working. I skipped it one quilt to finish, and I'm thinking it's a 10-year project. You'll get to it. You'll get to it when you get to it. Just like I had to do with mine. I had to put mine in timeout for a little bit. Let's see here. Holy smoky, so Terry. So Terry says, Laura, my first quilt was a 108 by 120, and it did end up in a museum. One day I would tell it was a 9/11 memorial quilt. Oh my gosh, girl, that is amazing. Sylvia, my color choices for this quilt has not changed because it was all based upon the Detroit Lions color scheme. And my ultimate goal was to have it done before they won the playoffs or before they went to Super Bowl or whatnot. Well, on the upside, they bought me some time because now I got a whole another year to get this done. And it fits within my 5-year scheme now. I'm still nervous about the FPP norms. I get stuff turned around and get flustered. Nikki, reach out to me. We will do a Zoom together and I will walk you through it, okay? On a weekend, I will sit down with you on a Zoom and walk you through it and help you out. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know how I got that done. No worries. I'm back. My little granddaughter, aka my Miss Plunky Butt, came over for a couple of hours and just left. Aww. Yes. You tell her, Daya. You're relatively a newbie too and everything, so you tell her. It is all about sitting down, taking your time. When you're feeling overwhelmed, getting up and walking away. Don't sit there and keep going at it when you're feeling overwhelmed. You do a little, you walk away. Like one thing I like to do, the reason why I like to do it on my live stream is so that way there, one, it holds me accountable. You guys know where I'm at with it, and y'all can keep pushing me like, come on, come on. And the other thing is the fact that you start feeling overwhelmed, you're going to make more boo-boos, which means then you need to step away and take a breather and regroup. Even if it's for like a week, my case a year. Those FPP gnomes actually helped me out tremendously because they're small. Granted, there are a lot of small pieces, but small pieces are not always bad, especially doing foundation paper piece. You have that paper behind you for stabilization, which makes small pieces a whole lot easier. Nikki says, I'd love that to know. Well, you have my you have me on Messenger. Just reach out. Anytime on the weekends when I'm not live, we can try and get together. We have a butterfly house here in South Dakota. Ooh, Alex, awesome sauce. Laura says, Tony, I have an antique quilt hat that was pieced in the 1920s and hand quilted in the 1990s. I hope to have it bound this year. It's a century-long quilt in the works. Oh my gosh. Laura, you got some pictures. I want to see that. Did you find his name on it in the end, Terry? Buddy says hi, Quasar, Sky, and Kiwi. Guys, Auntie Michelle and Buddy says hi. Here comes Kiwi and Sky running to the front. Quasar is just going down like this right here, looking underneath one of his bars at me. He's all quiet tonight. Let's see. I'm plugging along with it. Awesome sauce. Maybe someone must send me a legit kit for my birthday. Laugh out loud. Don't look at me. Those things are expensive. That's why I just bought the pattern for the lion, so that way I can do it on my own fabrics. Day says the hardest part for her is with FPP is when these shapes are really odd. Yes. For me, the hardest part is when you got like the diagonals. Like one here I just done a few moments ago. Let's see. Yeah, like this part right here, number 5. So for me, doing that on the diagonal here and getting it all orientated in the right direction without cutting a large piece of fabric messes me up. Orientation I have a really hard time with, and I had to flip back and forth multiple times before I do any sewing and all, because otherwise it's a guarantee I'm gonna rip. But if I have to rip out a seam to fit it, it's not that big of a deal, as long as I can salvage the fabric. And I have pieces in here that are nice and small that I just save for whenever I'm going to need it for something else, for a different piece, because you never know when you're going to come upon a small piece. Like the next row, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it is, the next row is where the eyes are. And that is teeny tiny. I remember Donna, Becca, and everybody else that did the lion already had all said that the eyes were a pain in the tushy. But my FPP noms have been training me for doing teeny tiny pain in the booty pieces. So I'm ready for it. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Let's see. Alex says, I used to wear hats all the time, but I don't wear a lot anymore. Day says, exactly, Danelle. Yup. Legit kits are going to be on Shark Tank on Friday night at 8 p.m. I know. I am super excited. I already told the husband. I'm like, we got to watch Shark Tank. Like, I got to see it. Have to. Let's see. Tony says, I tried it and it seems like sewing backwards. Kind of, sort of, yeah. It's like you got to think about it as like if you ever did paint by numbers, you got to look at it as that way. It's a paint by numbers, but you're sewing instead. You're sewing on the line instead of painting. So like painting, instead of painting these pieces, these block areas, you're sewing on the line to paint the fabrics on. You got to look at it that way. At least that's how I look at it. So Terry, what's Shark Tank? Shark Tank is a program on the TV. It's a sitcom where where you show pro, things that you have created, um, ideas or it's kind of hard to explain. Let's see. To do story night for me or the Camaro for my husband. Awesome sauce. Yeah, there are so many of them I want to try. And I actually bought the 3-pack of the flowers, the pattern, and it's still sitting in my email, ready for me to print out one of these years. See, IN is a medium blue stripe. You guys are hearing all the commotions because my husband's son's back. Stay back, go hide. Everybody, time to hide. Let's see. Shark Tank is a TV show where people go on the show and show their invention and hope they can get startup money. Thank you, Dahlia. Outlet says, I love FPP. Teresa says, it is a program that you show your content, your creation, and they decide if they will invest or not. Thank you guys so much. My brain was just like we're no, like no compute, no compute. It's like it started off with the birds and then it just disappeared. Right, Zaza? Yeah, I got the rose, the calla lily, and then there was one other one. I don't remember what the other one was, but I bought those and everything, wanting to do them out of my own stash. And then I got scared and I never did anything else. So, and then I got the idea, but the harebrained idea to do this one. Dark blue stripe. Dark blue stripe now. Let's see, how big is this piece? Not big at all. Bigger than that. There we go. What else is dark blue? Okay, just that one. Full. That's garbage. After I get done with this one here, we can actually put this block together and get it added onto that row. And then this week, I am going to work on getting the last block of this row done. And I am going to work ahead on this because I do want to start getting more serious about this. Get this done. Right there, it can quit haunting me. I don't like being haunted. I had the water lily. Awesome sauce day. I'm surprised you don't own every single one of them with the fact that with how many times Donna has hit you with that bus. Just saying. She gonna get me. I know she gonna get me. I know she's probably in here listening. I'm trying to taunt her not to come out of hiding. Let's see. One of the new things I'm going to try and going video and show on my channel is EPP. I think it will help my eye and hand coordination that I have issues with because of my MS. I would love to see that, Alex. I absolutely want to try EP. I've been scared of it though. So I would love to see that and possibly even learn that from you. Katie says I have the legit kit Vortex. I will finish it this year. Yeah, that's my next one. I have that, and it's partially done, still in a binder down there. I just haven't touched it since I got this. So I'm like, I can't do that until this is done. I have so many things that I got that I went halfway through and never finished. So this is the year where I finish things before I touch my 100-acre woods again. Just the way it's going to be. I had to set boundaries for myself. I figure if I set boundaries and goals, then that way there, Winnie the Pooh and his friends are going to be my treat. Going to be my reward. Because then I deserve it. Tony says, careful what you ask for. As if one couldn't copy or scan the paper copy, Terry. Terry, people were sharing the PDFs. Have you talked to Jean, Captain Stitches, lately? I have not spoke with her this week. I do need to reach out to her. I have not spoke with her this week. Dahlia says, I bought the pattern for the Hooter and the Lion and doing my own fabric. Then I had the Blue Jay and the Water Lily and the Hazy the full kits. Awesome. Off Kilter Crafter. Ian did Vortex. It's amazing. I know a lot of people did Vortex. That's what lured me into the PP world. So I was like, ooh, I'm like rainbow colors. I'm like, that's gonna be easy to do. I'm like, look at all those big stripes. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't hard to do. I'm about halfway done. 1, 2, okay, 3. I mean, FPP is not hard. It's just a retraining of your brain for the orientation of the fabrics. Yep, Donna also did the Vortex as well. Yeah, I think a lot of creators did the Vortex because that was like the big, huge hype whenever I first started quilting. MT is the light blue. Do I have any scrappy pieces of that over here laying around? I'm sure I do. I need to put this back where it goes. But you there, you dear sir, go down here where you belong. Gray can go down here where it goes. The white for the white. There we go. Okay. Looks like it's going to be big enough. So we'll get that stitched on. Let's see. Teresa says, Vortex is not easy to quilt. That's my problem. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea how I'd wind up quilting these. FPP is just time consuming. It is very time consuming. But I do love it. It's like if you want something that once you're comfortable with doing foundation paper piece, if you want something where it's like mindless work, she's doing the Blue Jay, I believe Giovanna. Liana has started to do an FPP lately. Awesome. Let's see. Good for you for not giving up. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Definitely, Alex. Yeah, I was like, I'm not a quitter. I'm not letting this win. I said I was going to do something, and I'm going to do it. I just had to wait until I was ready to do it. I didn't say when I was going to do it or how long it was going to take me to do it. Definitely did not say that. Okay, yeah, I did, but still. I did state I was going to try and get it done, and I was going to have this done in no time whatsoever. Yeah, I lied. There, you guys have it on video. I lied. Okay, TC is my medium blue. Medium blue is down here. Sounds like Sophie is in there getting into trouble. Okay, this is what happens when you use a fat quarter. Do you have a long arm? So Terry's asking Teresa. She has a long arm. I missed her live today because I went to have lunch with my son. Hugo has finally fallen asleep. He's been up for the past 8 hours. He only slept for 2 hours last night. I might actually get some sleep tonight. Shh, don't cheat yourself, Zaza. Hey, Brenda, how you doing? Zaza says, Danelle, just keep sewing and you'll get there. Yes, ma'am. Giovanna goes, Danelle, you did not lie. You stretched the truth. I was testing everybody to see if they're paying attention. That's what it was, Giovanna. I just wanted to see how much everybody else is paying attention. Let's see. I'm using my Baby Lock Jazz 2. Awesome. I just can't come up with a design. Yeah, that would be my problem too. Actually, that has been my problem. Like I did one foundation paper piece thing. Actually, yeah, one I actually did where I quilted it. It was just a block foundation paper piece block that I did for my youngest son. It was a Sonic the Hedgehog pillow. And I just did matchstick quilting on it. I mean, this was a small project, not a big quilt. My biggest concern with quilting FPP quilts is, okay, that's a lot of that's a lot of stitching. That's a lot of pieces going on there. A lot of tiny pieces. And I always worry, do I need to do really close, tight knit stitching on this to be able to secure it all, like matchstick quilting? Because I don't usually do like a lot of quilting on stuff. Probably should, but I don't. Just because I quilt everything on my domestic, and I'm not very good with free motion yet. Not that I've been doing a lot of practicing either. I just can't come up with a design. Look on Pinterest and see how others have done it. That helped me when I quilted my first elephant. Awesome. Teresa, do you do free motion or straight line quilting? Teresa says, most of the time I straight line, but I have meandered a couple. I have only been quilting for 4 years. One thing I don't like is when people say I lied, meaning that they made a mistake in speaking. I prefer them to say, sorry, I made a mistake, not I lied. Okay. Hey, 2 more pieces and I can put these together. GR is white and TC is medium light blue. So this would be TC. Let's go ahead and cut that out, and then we'll grab the white and cut that out. Ow! Ooh, that was hot. Touch the iron plate. Does anyone know if Jess is on later tonight? I do not know. Ooh, that's gonna need some ice when I'm done. There. Face it away from me. A little too tight. Let's see. Sweet dreams, Day. Have a great night, hon. Hey, Jean Roar. How you doing? Haven't seen in a bit. Let's see. Zaza says, I don't know. I don't follow her, Joydy. I can't believe you said that. I always think the same thing, Jean says. I'll be asleep after this live. Do do do. Hey Janice, how you doing, hon? Great to see you. Sorry I didn't get to stick around in your live stream earlier. I was busy working and just wanted to pop in to show my love and give it thumbs up and all. I seen you were on, so I had to pop in earlier just to show my love. So I've been missing the last few times you've been live, so I'm like, I gotta jump in there. Okay, so it's gonna be face down this way. Let's see. I was watching earlier when you had some sound issues. Everybody having conversation. Oh, you have sound issues, Janice? I'm so sorry. Glad you got it resolved, though. That's awesome. So anybody else doing any FPP tonight? Okay, now to do number 6. Okay, let's see here. It would be lovely to have a light under the machine so you could see where you are sewing. I do have one right down here. I just wish I had a little bit better of a light, but I mean, if I make it too bright down here, then it could make some of the fabrics blinding. I mean, there's pros and cons for it, but it's good enough right now. My TV refused to talk to my internet today, but I outsmarted it. Ha ha ha! I connected it with a direct wire Ethernet cable. Take that, TV. Did I say that right, Brenda? Was that enough in there? Brenda says, so now I can do some stitching with you to now swap blocks. Ooh, yes. Yes, girl, yes. Hey, June, how you doing, sweetness? How you doing? How you doing? I love seeing everybody coming in and chatting and hanging out. I love it. Absolutely love seeing all you guys. This is like, seriously, on Wednesdays, guys, this is the highlight of my day. Brenda goes, laugh out loud. I love it, Danelle. Ooh, awesome sauce. Sylvia says, I'm working on dragon fruit quilt along all EPP. Awesome. Now, question, because I know it's like all the hype right now to do a Discord channel. And I know I really don't have anywhere for all of my subscribers to post things that they're making so I can be able to see what you're doing without me having to go around and check on everybody else's Facebook pages. Would you guys like it if I created a Discord server for my subscribers to be able to post things that you're working on and then I could be able to sew it and maybe even share it on here? Let me know in the chat if you guys would like something like that, because I started setting it up last night. I'm like, I don't really want to get too involved in this until after. And it would not be a requirement for anybody. So moderators, members, subscribers, all you guys, it would not be a requirement. It's just another spot for my subscribers to be able to show things that they're working on. Because as of right now, the only place I can really actually see what people are working on is either looking at everybody else's Facebook channels or looking at, or like my members can post on the Facebook group. Oh, excuse me. And I'm like, I probably should create something where everybody can share this stuff because I love seeing what everybody makes, not just me. Because, we all get inspiration from each other. I hear you, June. I get tired too. Okay, so now we are to the point where we can start assembling this block. So all my pieces are done. Let me get my little glue here. Oh, I did not pull out that paper. So I actually use these plastic expandable files. I love them. June says, I sent your blocks yesterday. I hope I put enough postage on it. No problems. Thank you so much. I'll put this in here, and I'm going to grab that paper that I need that tells me how to assemble it. That's the color guide, assembly guide. Here we go. We need B7. What the poo? Where's B7 at? 4, 5. Oh, it's in the over here. I already had it setting up. Off to the side. Okay, so we need, so we're going to have A, up at the top, and then B, let's move my strings out of the way, and then C is going to go over here, and then D down here, and then E. So we got to connect A and B, and then we'll connect these two together. So we need to connect these two, and then these two. And then we'll connect this to this, and this to that. Okay. So set that over there. We're going to do this first. We need the fabric sides. So when you're connecting pieces together, you connect the fabric sides together. And I use a pin. Put a pin into the corner. So in my thing here, I'll put a pin over here into this corner, which is the corner of the block, because the dark gray area is the dark gray area is the seam allowance. And then we'll connect it through over here. Just gotta get it lined up just properly. Just let hair off. There we go. Because then we just connect it over here with another pin. Make sure we're lined up on this end, which we are not. There we go. So once I have my pin into my two sides here, then what I do is I try and use some clips that I already have out, replace the pins with clips because I just don't like pinning too much. And then we're going to stitch it down. Right on that black line. It's going to follow the line. I see that, Zaza. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Okay, and then I am going to peel the seam allowance gray paper away. At least it wasn't me this time. Y'all are bad. Bad, bad kids. I'm not reading your guys' comments on this. Nope. So, let's see here. Let's have a contest. Who has the coldest temperature right now? What is your current temperatures? Zaza goes, oh, boogeration. I'm caught. No, Mama Debbie was exhausted earlier, and she's probably still glued into her books, Giovanna. You know how Mama gets when she gets involved in something. She's probably glued in her books. She got quilting books that came in today, and she was showing off pictures. So I guarantee you she's probably glued into that. Giovanna, bad girl. Y'all bad. Let's see. Joanna says 13. Andrea says 25. Janice says 22 in Durham, North Carolina. Jean says, I love my weather app. It is 0 degrees in Presque Isle, where Maurice where Marie's Scrappy Creations lives. Nova Scotia is where Laura Lynn lives. It's stitcheries. Is Canada south of Maine? It's always ironic. Depends upon the best of my knowledge, Canada is north because Canada is north of United States. June says 30 now, says it feels like 20. Katie says 23 in Denver. So happy to be out of the negatives. Teresa Lynch says 19. Giovanna says 43 here, and it is 1.37 or 1:37 a.m. Hey, Joanna. Yeah, I think she mistyped that, Joanna, because I know that's not what she meant. My weather app says I was in North Pacific Ocean last week. I was on a ferry. It's 60 degrees here in Arizona. I lost. Good thing I wasn't sending out a price. Zaza says it's 35 here at 12:40. No worries, Joanna. So here is A and B together. And I got them all nice and cute and flat back here, relatively flat. We got a little bit of a wrinkle there, but that's okay. I don't care. So we're going to set this off to the side while we try and sew E and D together. And we just need to get our stick pin so we can line up. Actually, might not even need to. I probably will just be on the safe side. A little bit of a play area here, and I really don't want to mess this up. Yep. So let's see. We need that there. That. Let's see. Ouch. Dag burn it. It's like the 15th million time I've poked myself today. Hey, once I get these pieces put together, or this block put together, then we're going to end for today because it's almost 8 o'clock and I need to go eat dinner. I've not done that yet because I've been hanging out with my friends. I knew what Jean meant, however, it was funny. I know, girly. Girly girl, I know. Oh, wow. Joanna says that there is actually a town that is half Canadian and half American. I did not know that. Part of Maine is north of the U.S.-Canadian border. Oh, wow. I did not know that either. See, I don't pay attention to geography. That's why I have you guys around. That's why I have my geography buffs around, because I don't pay attention to that stuff. That was my nap time during high school. Geography and anything that had to do with history, that was when I slept. Because I was a busy girl raising two boys. One preteen and one elementary school. Which were my little brothers. Big Bird. Are you going to talk to your fans yet? They've been waiting for you to talk to them. Huh? Are you going to talk to your fans? Yes. Are you going to talk to your fans, Big Bird? Your fans want to hear from you. Big chicken. Yes, big chicken. Trying to get them talking for y'all. Laura says, I am snuggled under a quilt. It is cold for me. Yeah. Did they give you the ice therapy machine, or ice therapy pump, Laura, to use for your back?
Everybody ready to make salads?
I'll be out there in just a few moments as soon as I'm doing my live stream. Just finishing up this vlog and then I'll be out there. Let's see. There are people in the north U.S. that have to go to Canada to get out of their land and then re-enter the U.S. to go to work. Oh wow. I hope that everyone who is dealing with the bitter cold stays safe. Definitely. Yes, now I had the ice machine. Okay. I I I loved and hated that machine at the same time. I loved it because it helped out with the inflammation so much during my healing of after surgery. But I hated it because I don't like cold. And it was very, very cold. I slept with like 2 comforters on me during that time period because I had to keep it on me all night long. But yeah, I was freezing. Oh, that's funny, Gina. I didn't even know that. Zaza says, I hate those ice machines. Yeah, actually, with most insurances, it's not even covered under your insurance unless you have an overnight stay in the hospital. Because I know if you don't have an overnight stay where you have just an outpatient surgery, most insurances won't cover for the ice machine. My surgeon actually kept me overnight because they had nicked my uh, spinal. They nicked a hole in my spinal fluid, causing well, not my spinal fluid, but my spinal canal, whatever, causing a spinal tap leak and everything. But they had no choice but to do that because of how badly it was pinched. The only way of breaking it loose was by nicking it a little. So they tried and catch me overnight, and I had to stay laying down for 24 hours on my back, which was very uncomfortable for me because I don't like laying on my back ever. I'm a side sleeper, so that was very uncomfortable for me. That, and plus I just had back surgery, which the first 24 hours did not bother me at all. I was like, woohoo, party time. Yes, it does, Zaza. Does ice on your back when you're laying on it and everything made you feel colder down to the core. Yeah. But the machine did what it needed to do, and it got the inflammation down and resolved the pain. I honestly not really, Zaza, because after talking with a surgeon as well as talking to my sister-in-law that is a registered nurse, I found out that that was very common. I just didn't know it was until afterwards. But it was crazy. I'm just glad that me and Laura both are better from it. Well, she's working on getting better. But at least now she's not in nonstop agonizing pain like she was. I'm hoping. Okay, so now I am attaching the top half to the bottom half. And then I can go have dinner. I would have earned my food. Not really, but you know what I mean. Let's see. I'm playing thread chicken. It's amazing how long it takes to go through the last of the thread on the spool. Yep, all the way up until the point where you forget about it and you think you are good and clear. And then, oops. I think, I'll carry with that. I did that a few months ago, Katie. Mine paid for my ice machine. Awesome. Yeah, some insurances will, but not all. I mean, all I can really actually speak towards is just based upon the plans that I handle through there, through insurance, through the local insurances and a few of out-of-state insurances and all. So mainly based upon like Medicare and stuff like that. So mainly Michigan insurances. Sweet dreams, Giovanna. Have a good night, sweetheart. Talk to you tomorrow. I'm just tearing out the papers from this last one. And then I'll show you guys the block and hold it up to where it goes. I'll get it stitched in tomorrow after work because I'm getting tired and hungry. And I don't want to become hangry. Because there's no way in this world that you guys can throw a Snickers bar through to scream at me. I worked as a medical billing manager for 10 years. I am very good at writing appeal letters. Yep. Thankfully, I'm not the one that has to deal with those. I just gotta play messenger. So unfortunately, messenger's the one that's always shot. Now I could just take it the easier route and fold it over. But I mean, that's the easy way. Let's see, what are you having for dinner, Danelle? I honestly do not have a clue. I know side salads, and I don't know what else. It's usually pretty much just whatever my husband feels like. I was going to say I'd rather write the letters than be the messenger. Oh, girl, yes. I would much rather do the letters. I hate being the messenger, but I mean, someone's got to do it, and at least I'm compassionate and everything, and I usually can have a good way of telling them alternatives or what could be done in order to get it corrected. Because most of the time when I'm calling, it's because of the fact that majority of the time it's because the doctor didn't respond to the request for additional information, which you would not believe how common that is. Okay, guys, so this block here goes right there. So I did a really good job, if you see here, of matching up my colors based upon what is surrounding. And looks like everything will line up beautifully. So I'm going to get, for right now, I'll just pin this up here. And then I will get this stitched in tomorrow, as well as get the next one done. So guys, I am going to get ready to head on out of here because I'm hungry. And a hungry Donnell is not a happy Donnell. I hope everybody has a wonderful, thank you, June. Hope everybody has a wonderful, beautiful evening. If you do happen to get out, one, stay safe, stay warm, be careful, and smile. Because you never know whose day you might brighten by the simple gesture of a smile that costs you absolutely nothing. Zaza says, awesome sauce, Nella. Great work. Thank you, love. Laura says, I actually retired as the benefits coordinator for the school district in 2017. That was not my favorite job. People only wanted to complain to me about one thing or another. Girl, I hear ya. I hear ya. I'm the case review specialist. So once it's been sent over from the benefits coordinator to my group, we do the investigations, and then it's sent over to my group where I get a call. I'm like, "Pfft." But anywho, y'all have a great night. And I will see you guys all Saturday for some more honeybee DS wall hanging. Bye, guys.